announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever.
He doesn't just take offense, he takes note. And once you're on Jim Carrey's list, you don't come off it. For over 40 years, Carrey has twisted his face, bent his body, and exploded across screens with a kind of energy nobody could match. From Ace Ventura to The Truman Show, he reinvented what comedy could be: elastic, fearless, impossible to ignore. But behind the laughter is a rule, one that matters more than the money, the fame, the standing ovations. Respect the work, and respect the person doing it. Break that rule, and Carrey won't yell. He won't throw things. He'll just erase you.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless. So this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Some actors broke the rule. Some trampled it. Others didn't even know it was there until it was too late. But Carrey remembers every one of them. The co-stars who dismissed him, the icons who underestimated him, the celebrities who showed their real face when they thought no one was looking. He's praised hundreds of actors, but 6 stand out for all the wrong reasons: the ego clashes, the quiet severing of ties, the moments that never made the headlines. Here are the 6 actors Jim Carrey never forgave. Number 1, Tommy Lee Jones. Some actors you dream of working with, others remind you why dreams can turn into nightmares. In 1994, Jim Carrey was untouchable. Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber had made him the king of comedy. Landing the role of the Riddler in Batman Forever meant sharing the screen with an Oscar winner he respected, Tommy Lee Jones. But the admiration didn't survive the first week. Jones, fresh from The Fugitive, saw the role of Two-Face as slumming. Crew members recall him calling Carrey's improvisations unprofessional and distracting. The mood on set was tense, but the real blow came away from the cameras. One night in a Burbank restaurant, Carrey spotted Jones across the room and walked over to greet him. Jones stood, his face pale, his hands trembling, and delivered a line that has followed Carrey ever since. "I hate you. I really don't like you. I cannot sanction your buffoonery." That same weekend, Dumb and Dumber crushed Jones's passion project Cobb at the box office, a humiliation that only deepened the divide. From then on, Jones avoided him entirely, refusing to rehearse, moving his dressing room, and keeping their interactions to the bare minimum. Years later, director Joel Schumacher put it plainly: Jim was a gentleman. Tommy Lee was threatened by him. For Carrey, it was a harsh early lesson in Hollywood's pecking order, where drama is treated as sacred, comedy as second class, and respect isn't guaranteed just because you share the spotlight. Number 2. Will Smith. Some moments make a career. Others tear the curtain down. For Jim Carrey, Will Smith's Oscar night wasn't just a spectacle, it was a confirmation of everything he'd suspected about Hollywood for years. On live television, in front of millions, Smith strode onto the stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face. The room froze. The audience gasped. And then, just under an hour later, the same crowd was on its feet, cheering his best actor win. No escort out of the building, no pause in the show, just applause. Carrey had endured years of personal jabs, jokes about his relationships, his mental health, his career missteps, but never once had he responded with violence.
Announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever.
Seeing the industry not just excuse, but celebrate someone for it was, to him, the final proof of Hollywood's moral bankruptcy. He saw more than a slap. He saw a system that closes ranks around its biggest names, shielding them from consequences the rest of the world would face. It was the kind of protection only status can buy, and it disgusted him. In Carrey's mind, it wasn't about whether you liked Smith or Rock, it was about principle. The ovation told him the truth. Here, power matters more than accountability. And once Carrey sees that in you, there's no coming back. Number 3. The Kardashians. Some names are built on talent. Others are built on attention. For Jim Carrey, the Kardashian empire represented the worst of what celebrity culture could become fame for fame's sake, with no substance underneath. And in 2017, at a Harper's Bazaar event celebrating icons, he made his feelings crystal clear. When a reporter asked what brought him there, Carrey didn't fake a smile or offer polite small talk. Instead, he looked her straight in the eye and questioned the entire premise of the evening. Icons? The word itself, he said, was aiming far too low. Carrey has always believed that celebrity without artistry is an illusion, a carefully packaged fantasy designed to sell an image. And no one had mastered that better than the Kardashians. To him, they'd taken the warning of the Truman Show and flipped it into a business model, turning millions of people into eager consumers of a manufactured reality. In interviews, he's called the Kardashian phenomenon unhealthy, a culture obsessed with being famous at any cost. It wasn't just personal taste. To Carrey, it was dangerous. It taught an entire generation that the appearance of importance was more valuable than doing anything of importance. For him, the Kardashians weren't just another reality television family. They were the perfect example of what happens when personality is treated like an accomplishment, and fame itself becomes the product. And that's something Carrey has never been willing to applaud. Number 4. Shia LaBeouf. Some rivalries start on set. This one started with theft. In 2013, Shia LaBeouf's plagiarism scandal broke wide open. His short film, HowardCantor.com, was found to be lifted almost word for word from a Daniel Clowes comic. And it wasn't just that one project, his comic books contained stolen passages from Charles Bukowski, Benoit Duterte, even his public apologies were plagiarized. Carrey saw the absurdity in it and, at the 2014 Golden Globes, delivered the kind of jab only he could pull off. Presenting an award, he deadpanned, "Dying is easy. Comedy is hard." I believe it was Shia LaBeouf who said that. "So young, so wise," the audience roared, but LaBeouf didn't laugh. Instead, he went personal, posting a video of Carrey's daughter's band online with a venomous caption, dredging up tabloid gossip about Carrey's private life. The claims were long debunked, but the intent was clear. Hit him where it hurts. It backfired. Within half an hour, LaBeouf deleted the post and apologized, but the damage was done. Carrey had seen the mask slip. What could have been a light-hearted Hollywood rib turned into something uglier, petty, obsessive, and way over the line. For Carrey, LaBeouf came to represent a certain kind of young Hollywood arrogance, the belief that fame grants you license to say or do anything without consequence. And once you drag someone's family into the fight, there's no way back. Number 5. Mark Wahlberg. Some clashes are loud, others are a single sentence that sticks forever. In 2009, Mark Wahlberg was asked about celebrities promoting controversial medical theories. His answer was blunt: actors should shut up and just act. He didn't name Jim Carrey, but no one in the industry doubted who he was talking about. At the time, Carrey had become one of the most visible celebrity voices in the vaccine debate through his relationship with Jenny McCarthy. Wahlberg's remark wasn't just disagreement, it was a public warning that some subjects were off-limits if you wanted to keep your career clean. The hypocrisy wasn't lost on Carrey. Wahlberg's own past was filled with public controversy, from his Marky Mark years to violent incidents in his youth. Yet here he was, telling another actor to stay in line. To Carrey, it was a perfect example of Hollywood's double standard. Rebellion is fine if it's part of your brand, but speak out on something risky, and you'll be told to get back in your box. It wasn't just about vaccines. It was about control the unspoken rules that keep actors safe as long as they play along, and punish those who step outside the lines. For Carrey, Wahlberg's comment sealed his place on the list, not because of what he said, but because of what it revealed about an industry that preaches courage but rewards silence. Number 6. Jenny McCarthy. Some endings happen quietly. This one left a shadow. When Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy began dating in 2005, it looked like a Hollywood match made for the spotlight, two quick-witted, charismatic stars with chemistry to burn. But over time, their relationship became inseparable from McCarthy's high-profile campaign against vaccines. At first, Carrey was just the supportive partner at events. Then came the speeches, the rallies, the photo ops where private moments doubled as public statements. Without realizing it, Carrey had been pulled into one of the most polarizing debates in the country, lending his fame, his voice, and even his money to McCarthy's cause. The deeper he got, the more it cost him. Friendships strained. Projects slipped away. His career began carrying a label he'd never asked for. And when he started questioning some of the extreme positions McCarthy wanted him to take, the relationship began to fray. By April 2010, it was over. Publicly, the breakup was framed as mutual. Privately, It was Carrey walking away from years of subtle pressure and political obligation. Weeks later, McCarthy closed her autism school, citing different visions with her partner. Insiders claimed Carrey had considered buying out her co-founder to keep it running, but once the relationship ended, so did his involvement. For Carrey, it was the most personal name on his blacklist. A reminder that in Hollywood, even love can be turned into leverage, and when that happens, he doesn't argue. He leaves.